I hope you got your ha ha ha's out. I hope that the smile on your face is gone and it will never return. I hope all of this because you could go to jail for laughing and making jokes. This is serious. So this isn't too new. This actually has been around for a while, but it's making its rounds again pretty hard. The last month and like the last couple days, really. So Germany outlaws humor. Let's see. In a bold move that this came out last month at the end of last month. So it's not like crazy new, but there's been some developments. In a bold mood that the satirists, I don't even know what the hell that is, shaking on their boots, Germany has reportedly made jokes illegal, sources have confirmed. And the new law passed the hushed session in Bundestag outlaws humor of any kind, citing the need to maintain seriousness and public discourse. So Germany wants to maintain seriousness and order. That sounds like their playbook in the 30s. If anybody knows what I'm talking about. This is kind of scary in a way. I know it's in a different country. Uh, but I'm going to do some parallel to what the left wants in this country. So for the last 4 years that Biden was in office, there was a lot of talk of hate speech. Hate speech is not real. It's not. Uh, if you want me to, I will elaborate on that. In America, we have something called the freedom of speech. The freedom of speech is absolute unless it is a call to violence. And what that means is you can't say, I have a bomb on me or that the theater is on fire unless it's actually on fire because it could hurt people. It is something that you can't say, you really can't say, go kill this person and people go kill that person. That is a call to violence. That is illegal. That's illegal. Speech itself is not. It is a free speech country. It is a free speech country. You can say what you want. You can have your opinions. You can debate. You can make fun of people. You can have humor and not get arrested. So if the left had their way and wanted, and they almost did with the whole censoring so many people on social media, and they got so mad whenever free speech was allowed back on X. But if they had their way and they said hate speech is a crime, they would use it is such a broad spectrum that they would use so many different levels of that to jail anybody or anything all the time, which is exactly what Germany did. If you read the law, and we'll go through it, it is so vague that you could apply it to literally anything and it will be a crime. So, please, this article, it's almost satire, but it is almost true as well. The police are now equipped with laughter meters. Anybody caught chuckling, golfing, or even smirking in public could face penalties. Jesus, the international community has reacted with mixture of disbelief and very cautious silence, but not wanting to fall foul to the new regulations. It's so stupid. Let's see. Let's go up here. So I thought that whenever I Googled Germany arrests free speech, the AI overview on Google, I thought was funny. So I wanted to share it with you. Um, it's a good thing I'm not in Germany because I could be arrested for thinking that this is funny. Like I said, I hope everybody got their ha ha ha's out because we got to be serious. We got to be very serious. No laughing. Germany has limits on free speech. This whole thing is just so goofy because it contradicts itself. Germany has limits on free speech to prevent extremism and incitement and arrest people who post hate speech online. However, Germany also protects freedom of expression and online media consumption. So it has limits on free speech to prevent what they deem as extremists, which is probably just people's opinion. Because if I say I voted for Trump, then all the left is going to say I'm a right wing extremist. So they could just throw that title around willy nilly and then get people arrested. But it also says Germany also protects the freedom of expression. But what is it? Is it free speech or is it limit to prevent extremism? Restrictions for free speech, hate speech. The law called punishes speech that incites hatred, violence, or whatever the hell that word is against people. See, I'm stupid. I have a degree. I went to college, but I can't read. Holocaust denial. It is illegal to deny or glorify the Holocaust. I don't know is that like flat Earth or are people actually denying the Holocaust? I could see Germans doing it because why wouldn't they? It's pretty horrible shit that happened, but is that like a flat Earth thing where people are actually denying, like they think the Holocaust is propaganda? And who the hell is glorifying? Well, I guess okay, you got the Aryan Brotherhood out there probably glorifying the Holocaust. Oh, ooh, actually, left wingers in the U.S. glorify the Holocaust. You know how I know that? Because they're for Hamas and they want Israel to die. So, I mean, in a sense, enforcement authorities police the internet for hate speech and arrest people who post it. Well, sucks to be not in the US, I guess. Prosecutors sometimes raid homes with electronics before dawn. So, okay. Freedom of expression. Germany's commitment to liberal democratic principles protects freedom of expression and online media consumption. German users can access the internet and social media sites with few restrictions, unless it goes up here to where they say anything that somebody doesn't like and then they get in trouble. So it's so contradictory. You can have all the freedom of speech and expression and everything that you want as long as you don't, is what I kind of get out of that. Not that. So there was where did that article go? I had an article, but I can't. I don't remember where it went. I thought I had it up. Maybe not. Oh, here we go. So this one. No, that's not it. Oh my god, these pop-ups. What is happening? No, reject. Da 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 da. Yeah, this is it. This is it. This is the one I was looking at earlier. Is libel allowed? Libel? Libel? I don't know what that means. See, I'm not smart. I'm just a smooth brain dude. Just I don't know. It is criminal offense in Germany to insult others. It is also see, that just takes the humor out of life. It is also illegal to spread lies that demean others. I mean, lying is bad, but if if I'm talking to my buddy and I say, "Hey, dude, you look funny," I'm going to jail. Or if somebody says, "Hey, Beard, hey, Red, you look really bad," I'll say, "Yeah, you're right, but you're going to go to jail anyway." Former president of the American Civil Liberties Union, Strawson, is known as a strong advocate for free speech. The United States First Amendment law, which is our constitutional provisions that protects free speech, is one of the strongest. I think it's fair to say it is the most speech protective national law in the world. It is. It is not fair to say. It is. Full stop. The First Amendment prohibits laws that restrict free speech. Tell that to all the liberals and nuts that silences and shadow bans anybody that doesn't agree with them. That's what I was talking about, like in my first video about echo chambers, because they do. They silence people that they don't like because they don't know how to speak. Because when you have an opinion that's not of theirs, then their immediate response is yelling and cussing you out and saying that you're a Nazi. Which, if they only knew, because them saying that to me makes them a Nazi in Germany's eyes and they get to go to jail. So, you know, careful. This also means that insults and defamatory lies are largely covered under free speech. So if you think the message is hateful, or you think the message is extremist, or you think the message is advocating violence, whatever negative content the message has, that alone is never going to be enough to justify suppressing it in our country. True. Except for this part. I am 99% sure that that is illegal. It is a call to violence. Maybe call to violence and advocating violence, two separate things. But I'm 99.9% sure that an actual call to violence is illegal. Which again, the left is pretty that they have that under wraps. They are good at doing the call to violence thing. If you don't know, again, I could do more of a deep dive and show you clips and show you evidence of it, or you can just look for yourself. Whenever Trump was in office the first time, or it might have been after the election in 2020. No, it was definitely whenever he was in office the first time. The Summer of Love, whenever George Floyd uh, went away, got banished, and they did that Summer of Love riots where the suppository of bricks were spawned into locations overnight. That was kind of a call to violence. And then whenever Maxine Waters was telling them, you go in the gas station or the gasoline stations and tell them to get out of town, bozo, and tell them that you're not welcome here, and to get in their face and do all this stupid stuff. I think AOC was even out there saying, get in their face, fight like hell, and all this stuff. After they had just said that Trump's the devil, and then they're out there advocating for violence. I will show those if you want me to. Just let me know, and we will go down that rabbit hole together. I have no problem doing that. But that's not what this video is about. This one is about Germany being goofy and censoring and banishing humor. Denying the Holocaust is illegal. See, that's so weird to me. This falls under what is known as incitement of hatred. Anyone who incites hatred or violence against certain ethnic, religious, or national groups can be sentenced up to 5 years in prison. What about Christians? Because they're they're being treated like crap almost everywhere, and everybody's okay with it. The biggest thing that's really broke since this is some dude was he was fed up with the illegal Muslims and stuff in Germany. And he's a German citizen, and he started like saying, "Oh, get out of here, you," and burning the Quran or making memes about the Quran being burned, and they arrested him because he offended the Muslims. So what? Expressing your political opinion is allowed as long as it is not hate speech. Freedom of expression and freedom of assembly protects all kinds of opinions, even those of extreme ends of the political spectrum. That is why, for example, right wing extremist groups are allowed to hold demonstrations in Germany. Of course, they are not allowed to cross the line when it comes to intimidation, insults, degradation, and the like, but they are certainly allowed to spread ideas that are not in line with the Constitution. Intimidation, insults, and degradation. That is the liberal playbook right there. You had various. Well, I mean, you did have Clinton whenever she was running for president call everybody on the right deplorables. Of course, you had Biden's famous if you're not black if you don't vote for me, or the poor children are just as bright as black children, whatever he said. That dude didn't know what he was saying half the time either. Insults, like I said, you can't talk to anybody if you don't have their opinion, then they'll just go nuts. So stupid. There was actually somebody who got arrested for calling one of the political, like, I don't think they have, like, one of the congressmen in Germany. Somebody posted on Twitter or Facebook or something like that, said that he's an idiot, and then he got arrested because he made fun. He like said he was an idiot. Ralph Porcher describes this online debate culture as decivilizing, where people are belittled, insulted, and targeted with a flood of hate comments. This also means that people no longer participate in public debate. That is what I'm talking about. If you put yourself in an echo chamber, if you put laws restricting speech, you no longer can speak. You no longer can debate anything because somebody will get offended because they don't have the same they don't have the same idea as you, the same outlook as you. Then all of a sudden they're offended, even though what you said might not even been offensive. You don't think it's offensive. You're just stating your opinion. They get offended, and then you go to jail. Why would anybody want that? Well, I mean, you know why? Because the government sucks. But as a people, like, you don't understand how privileged we are to live in this country as Americans. You do not understand what we take for granted in this country. You do not understand the freedom that we have to have opinions, to be able to do exactly what I'm doing right now and say Germany sucks for this. And any other European country that does anything remotely like this absolutely sucks. You don't understand how close we were to be in this. Freedom of speech is absolute. The call to violence, like I said, is already that's already a no-go. That's already bad news bears. According to Strossans, Germany is further ahead than the US when it comes to protecting speech that is sexual or involves nudity. As she put it, we Americans are notoriously prudish, showing the breasts of breastfeeding women. That's when the censors would intervene in the US. Has she seen the US in the last 20 years? Because pretty sure that you can walk down the street and see breasts. It's It is not, since we are not prude in this country. This country is anything but prude. We came up with OnlyFans, for God's sake. What? I don't know where she's coming with that. But yeah, Germany sucks. They've taken away laughter. They've taken away the ability to speak. I wanted to talk about this because not only is it a goofy headline, really, and not only is it just sounds so stupid, but it's so close to, like, if the left had their way, this is where we would be, right here, right there, because they advocate to be more like Europe all the time. And that is exactly what they want right there. They want to censor everybody that is opposed to them, just like they did for the last 4 years, or tried to do for the last 4 years. They want it. They want everybody that doesn't have their opinions completely banished. They want them thrown into the dungeon and never return. And it is a scary, scary thought.